My study is the study of persistent ROP requiring laser in a tertiary eye care center. According to ETROP, type 2 ROP which persists beyond post-menstrual age of 45 weeks is known as persistent ROP. Type 2 ROP according to the ETROP trial does not require any treatment. This persistent ROP presents a dilemma for the ophthalmologist as there are no clear guidelines for such cases. The aim of our study was to determine the frequency of persistent ROP and describe its characteristics. A retrospective review of preterm babies who were screened for ROP from 2015 to 2021 was done. Persistent ROP babies were identified and defined as stage 2 or 3 ROP without plus disease, which persisted in zone 2 or 3 beyond 45 weeks of postmenstrual age. These babies then underwent ROP laser to the avascular area anterior to the ridge. Results: among the babies screened, about 0.5% of the babies were identified with persistent ROP with mean gestational age of about 30 weeks, birth weight of 1191 grams. The post-conceptional age at which these babies underwent ROP was 47.33 weeks. The highest stage attained was in the maximum number of eyes was seen to be zone 3, stage 2 in about 47%, and the number of days from the highest stage attained to doing of ROP laser was around 75 days, with reactivation seen in about seen in none of the eyes. In discussion, there were about 3,596 babies screened, out of which 18 babies were seen to have persistent ROP. This incidence rate is similar to other studies which were conducted by Liu and Tomlinson and Gupta M et al., where the incidence was seen to be 0.5 and 0.2%. So this incidence is much lesser than treatable ROP. This shows a relatively uncommon and rare occurrence. The mean gestational age and birth weight was also similar to other studies which were done, such as those done by Rajan R et al. And those done by Kaucheki R or Isaac M. The gestational age at the time of treatment, that is laser, was similar between the studies between our study and that done by Rajan R et al. That was 47.5 weeks. So untreated ROP, as we know, shows conditions like atrophic holes and retinal tears up to late age of follow-up. Also, vitreoretinal fibrosis associated with ROP has increased risk of tractional retinal detachment. Peripheral avascular retina in treatment-naive or post-bevacizumab eyes may have risk of retinal detachment later. So in our study, the decision whether to treat or no was when to treat was taken by senior pediatric ophthalmologists with more than 12 years of experience. There were other criteria for treatment, such as stage 3 ROP in other studies, such as stage 3 ROP persisting for more than 6 weeks, or straightening of temporal vessels and greater than 2 clock hours of persistence of stage 3. This condition represents a special population which can benefit from further studies and studies for need, effect, and timing of intervention. In the study done by Rajan R et al., one baby having persistent ROP was seen to have treated with intravitreal bevacizumab and no recurrence of ROP was seen. So this presents an additional possible indication for intravitreal anti-VEGF agents for persistent ROP, where we can do away with the adverse effects of laser. However, we need further studies with larger sample size and which compare those babies who were treated for persistent ROP versus who were not treated to determine whether treatment is actually needed in these studies. The limitations of this study were, in our study, we did not measure factors such as rate of growth of retinal blood vessels or systemic factors such as weight gain and hemoglobin, the correlation which would have had some weightage on the persistence of ROP. The criteria for persistent ROP is not standardized. Comparison of treated and untreated patients would have been better, and fundus fluorescein angiography would have been a better guiding tool. In conclusion, persistent ROP requires longer follow-up, and laser photocoagulation leads to good resolution of the condition.
You have screened about 3,500 babies, and what was the time duration?
Ma'am, around 6 years, ma'am, 2015 to 2020.
6 years, okay. Yes.
Thank
you.
Means, good study because you took a large number of cases, a retrospective study. So it was good. But what was different compared to the other studies in the world?
Ma'am, actually, this was basically a multi-center study. There were around 4 to 5 centers involved, ma'am, in this. And we were basically not trying to measure treatable or untreatable. We are trying to see what was like the persistence of ROP beyond 45 weeks of post-menstrual age, where we actually had to treat the babies. That's what we were trying to see. We were not trying to see whether treatable or non-treatable is.